Howdy folks, my name's Jake White. I wrote a poem called The Night Old Josh Saved My Life. It's about an old cowboy that was out all night rounding up strays after a thunderstorm. This is what happened when he got back to camp that night. Well sir, when I got back to camp that night, that coffee sure smelled good. Old Cookie, he had it simmering over fire dead mesquite wood. Well now supper was already over, the other drovers had ate, and I'd been chasing strays all day and I'd got in late. But old Cookie, he saved me some gravy, some bacon and some bread. No matter what time you got in, old Cookie see you got fed. Me and my old hoss, we'd had a mighty rough day. I just went ahead and I wolfed down my supper and didn't have too much to say. But the other hands, even the rowdy ones, my, they was extra quiet. And a strange feeling come over me. It just felt like something wasn't right. I just shrugged it off. Like I said, I knew we was all real tired. And old Pete, he got up and poured me some more coffee. I told him I sure appreciate it, pard. I'm said give out I can't hardly move. I had me some bad luck right at dark. Went to rope a longhorn that bluff to the river and my lariat missed its mark. The loop had landed in some old tangled juniper and it was so dark I couldn't see. And I was a-riding hard when it pulled me out of the saddle and knocked the wind out of me. Seemed like that old rope had a mind of its own. Around my left wrist it made a dally while I went a-rolling down that hill over the bluff on my way to the valley. Well sir, I felt myself hanging over that bluff. I was addled and I still couldn't breathe when I looked up and I seen old Josh. Boys, I sure was relieved. He pulled me up and he brought me my horse. He helped me run down that cow. I tell you, if it wasn't for old Josh, I'll be hanging there now. Well say, where is he anyway? He ought to have been back by now. He left for camp before I did and I had to bring in them cows. Old Jim, the trail boss, he looks up, had kind of a twisted grin. Ah boy, what's that you say about old Josh? When did you last see him? I said, well boss, it was right after dark, right about 2 hours ago. And you know he didn't look tired. And old Speck looked fresh. And they rode off just as hard as they could go. He said, boy, I'm going to tell you what happened today right after we finished noon chuck. I know we're all wore ragged after that storm last night, but we had another piece of bad luck. Old Josh, he was a-riding that Appy Gelding, the one you call old Speck. Well, sir, he fell after stepping in a prairie dog hole. And old Josh, fall broke his neck. We buried him back there, and I said a few words. It just seemed fitting since I was the boss. We piled the rocks high on his grave, old Speck. Well, we shot his hoss. Oh, now I swear, Jim, you say it was right afternoon chuck when old Josh died? Nah, I don't rightly understand, because 2 hours ago he was standing right by my side. Well, about that time the wind picked up, and I was still sweaty, and I caught me an icy chill, and I reached for my jumper and I put it on. That camp was deathly still. Well, sir, I never said any more about it, and the subject was never brought up to me again. But the next day, I rode back to that bluff, and it was just one set of boot prints where me and old Josh had been. Thank you.